speech was, how sad is it if the best, now I'll miss it, the best day you felt about President Obama was when you voted for him 4 years ago. And ever since then, you haven't felt good about that vote. And I think what that says is, the country 4 years ago got caught up in what this man stood for. 4 years later, we now realize we voted for somebody who was never ready to be president. And the country's out, and he's made things worse. We're out of work, we're broke, we're bankrupting our country and our state. We can do better. I do this. This is how I campaign. In groups, big and small, doesn't matter to me. You saw the RV. We're driving a 1984 RV around the district. You've got one. I want to see it when I'm done. He's got an RV in the back. I want to see. The way I'm trying to win this, and I think the way we've made it close is, I'm trying to get in front of every voter in the district. It's easy to do because Tammy Duckworth does the exact opposite. So, thank you for coming. I was going to say make sure you buy something, because I'm not going to talk to you unless you buy something. Because I want them to make money.
But I told you about my interview. Remember when you came out to the car, we had the barbecue, and she was like, and you talked to her, we just stopped by, and I said, come on, say hi to my Angelina, my granddaughter. You came out, she was very lovely. And anyway, you talked to her for a little bit, and then we left and we went to the grandma's, and she looked at me and she said, I'll be darned. She said, the Bible will go on and my grandson today, I told him, he just turned 19. Got out there, I said, you get yourself registered and you get out there and you vote.
They better vote.
They better, because
that
they
age better pay attention.
Because you know what? This is the one second.
That's right.
No, because this is the thing. You can talk the talk, but you gotta walk the walk. You know, lip action is cheap. But son of a gun, you can say you don't like it, but get out there and stand up for your principles and don't be afraid. You know, this is why we want to make sure at our church that they have the registration, because Gloria and I are going to tell them, we got to get out there, we got to vote. We got to get out there, we got to vote. I know we can't sign it, but...
Right, and the other big but is young people.
Oh, exactly.
Young people that better pay attention and vote.
Some of them are so blasé, they're just like, no, you cannot be. Do you understand? Do you understand what's happening here? This is your future.
Do you understand the bill we're leaving you with? Do you understand the tab we're leaving, sticking you with? Yeah, so I agree, and hopefully they'll get it. They got so caught up in Obama 4 years ago, and now what? 54% of them are unemployed. A third are living at home. That was Paul Ryan's best line. Living at home, looking up at the faded poster of Obama.
But the work ethics with them now is terrible, because they don't know what to use.
We've taught our kids bad lessons.
Very bad lessons, I think. I own this place here at the beginning. Bartenders, just for
you see it, so you see it.
I see it. I've been self-employed since I was 18 years old. I come from my mom's from Germany. We worked hard, 6 kids, had nothing, and every one of the 6 kids came out. We're all doing business, but the thing is, situations right now is too hard to start a business. There's too many regulations, government regulations, and the red tape has got to get rid of. You got to be able to make it so.
How long did you open this?
Well, this has been existing March since 1850.
When did you
never closed? I bought it 11 years ago, and it was a this whole area here was in bad shape at one time, and we were a catalyst for this. It's all being taken care of this stuff. We're in the process of taking a lot more of the street. So.
But it would be tougher to do today to start something.
It is, and then you look at a thing like a no-doc. All the business owners would use no-doc. You pay the extra 1% interest. You can't get it anymore. A guy that's paid his bills, I paid my bills, have never been late. I've had 48 properties, have never been late on payment. But you go in for a bank loan, well, they don't want to talk to you about it. It's a problem. So how's the small business guy supposed to expand? can't even get the financing to do it.
Everything your government is doing right now is making it harder for you to make money, grow, hire people, and do your thing. I chair a subcommittee, and last year we pulled the heads of 4 banks into Washington, small banks, community banks, and asked them why they weren't lending to small businesses. And you know what they said. Here's what they said. We can't. Government regulations have tied our hands. Dodd-Frank, all these government regulations have tied up the ability of banks to lend to small businesses.
I mean, my personal feeling is I can't believe, I could be wrong. I personally do not believe that Obama or his administration is that stupid. My personal opinion is that they are intentionally tanking the country. I don't think that half the spending things they do, the $7 billion, $7 trillion. I don't think any of that was accidental. I think that they did it with the intention of tanking the country.
How about this?
About bringing back the shoe and mortgage.
How about, and I'm on tape, so I won't be careful about what I say. How about it doesn't matter, we got less than 70 days before the election. How about it doesn't matter why he's done what he did? I just think he was never ready to be president, and I think...
Never qualified.
Yeah, and well, qualified, yes, never ready to be. He wasn't ready. He never did anything, ran anything, managed anything. So, and he doesn't understand how business works. He doesn't understand how the markets work. So, but how about it doesn't matter what you think or I think? Because the one thing you and I probably agree on, if he wins again, we're sunk. So that's why when I get into these discussions, I don't care. If you think he's a bad, evil guy who knows exactly what he's doing, hats off to you. You can think that. It doesn't matter anymore, though. The name of the game now is we're both afraid of another 4 years. And we're both really afraid of if you put the Democrats back in charge of Congress, because then there'll be no check on what Obama wants to do. So let's just try to make sure that doesn't happen. Because that would be one of the scariest things to ever happen in this country, if we re-elect him. We didn't know much 4 years ago because we were caught up in who he was. That shouldn't happen now. Now we know what he's done. But the beauty of this country, the most important beauty of this country, is that you can start a place like this and make a go of it. And if your government makes that hard for you to do, we're doing something really wrong. And right now in this country, we're making it way too hard for him and a lot of other businesses to do their thing. Especially in Illinois.
Who controls, I mean, what supposed to do with small business? Around this area, it's a small guy that's keeping people alive.
And all the new hires, 70% of the new hires are small businesses. That's the engine that makes the country go.
It always was.
Always has been.
And I think that with Robbie, I mean, he's a businessman, he understands it. Would I have picked him out of the group originally? I don't know. But he's the one I would have to go for at this point, because that is A and B. And the B is not working, and so we'll try the A. You know.
Yeah, the nice thing about Romney is he is a business guy. I really do think he gets it. And I never mind saying this even on tape. The scariest thing about Obama is he's never managed, run, or done anything. He has no idea about how business works. Everybody he's hired around him don't come from the business world. None of this is surprising. Business, small business, is what makes this country go. End of discussion. And he's killing us. When we all laughed a month or two ago when he said, you didn't build that, you didn't build that, you didn't build that, it wasn't surprising what he said. That's really what he believes. That's all. If I'm Romney, that's all I'm talking about. And I thought Romney had a great line. He had a great line when he talked about the problem in the country is there are no jobs. We need jobs. He said, you know, Obama came into office promising to stop the flood, stop the rising of the seas and the warming of the planet. I'm only here to help your family and start jobs. It was a great line because
That's the reality.
and it went to sort of how arrogant Obama was, that he got so caught up in his own language and everything he said that he thought he was something kind of special. Well, we made him out to be something kind of special. Romney understands the job of a president and a government is to just sort of set the ground rules, get out of the way, and let small businesses do their thing. You're a hell of a lot smarter than I am about how to start and grow a business. Yeah. People in Washington think like we're the smartest guys in the world. Bull. People out here know a lot more than we know. You get in trouble when people in Washington think they know more. What else, guys?
So how do you find out which congressional district you're in nowadays?
Where do you live?
Well, I live real close to here.
You're in mine.
So I'm the 8th.
Yeah.
You're running for the 8th.
In the new 8th.
In the new 8th.
So they drew new districts.
Right, they redid a bunch of stuff, which also seems really silly and a waste of
Check out
time.
that map.
Although I know they've been doing this stuff.
Well, we do it every 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe over here. Whichever party controls the state
Right.
kind of dictates things.
Redistricts it so it's in their favor.
Yeah, and in Illinois, the Democrats controlled everything. They drew me, I live in McHenry. They drew me into another district with a fellow Republican.
Right.
They drew this district to get Duckworth elected. Not just to elect a Democrat. They drew this for her. I've got, right now, I currently represent Schaumburg, Palatine, Hoffman Estates, about 20% of this district. But all the rest is new.
Okay, so this here wouldn't be your district right now?
This is not my current
Right
district.
now, this is the district you're running.
Yeah, but you know what? We might be close because I got a little bit of Hanover. I've got some in Hanover Township, but probably not. Most of this district is new to me. Only about 80% is only about 20% is correct. I pick up all of Elgin, all of Carpentersville.
We had a little bit of Belgium before.
We had some of Elgin.
Yeah, it just seems to me this redistricting is kind of a waste of time. It's got to take up some time and money to get that accomplished.
Well,
You know, and why don't they just
leave it alone.
yeah, if you got certain districts, leave those districts.
Well, because we do it, maybe you could argue that we shouldn't do it every 10 years. Welcome. I'm Melissa B. Good to meet you.
I've been looking for her, you know?
It's there from our very founding that our government needs to take a census every 10 years to see where populations change, because every congressional district has to represent the same number of people. So if everybody left Illinois, you'd have to, you change the districts because you want population evenly distributed. So what they do is they take a census every 10 years, find out where the people are. Like Illinois loses another, we lost a seat because relative to other states, we lost population this last 10 years. So you do need to take a census and figure out where people live. The way we do it is terrible. I mean, look.
You know, the reason you have to do that, I guess.
Look at the shape of something like that.
Right. But I mean, I guess the only reason you have to do that is because you have one congressman from each district. I mean,
One congressman.
basically, you don't have to take and remap the United States. You know, like you have a Democratic president, you can't say, okay, well now these states are losing population, these aren't, so now Illinois is not like this anymore. Now Illinois is going to look like
It's
this.
a state-by-state deal.
Yeah.
Within each state.
Right.
Within each state. And if states lose population, they will lose congressional representation.
Oh, right, I understand that, but I'm saying you don't redraw the state.
No.
You know, you don't take Iowa, now Iowa's going to go out and extend over here into Nebraska.
No.
Because we want to equalize population.